This week is one of my friend's birthdays, so naturally I was looking for the perfect present to get him, which is harder than you might think. I know he's a huge fan of the anime Attack on Titan, specifically of the character Armin, and I also know he loves collecting Funkos, you know, those little figures, but I honestly couldn't recall if he already had an Armin one, or honestly even if they made such a thing. But you know what I know for sure he doesn't have? A Lego Armin. So that is exactly what he's getting. So now that I've decided my boy is getting a Lego Armin for his birthday, there was just one problem. LEGO doesn't actually make Attack on Titan sets. But I'm not going to let that stop me because I know there are many talented LEGO MOC builders out there, so I turned to Rebrickable just to find exactly what I was looking for. So I just went to the Rebrickable website and typed in Armin from Attack on Titan, and lo and behold, I found dozens of LEGO instruction listings for many different types of Attack on Titan LEGO builds, but the first result was actually exactly what I was looking for. It was a LEGO Armin character built in the BrickHeadz formation. This is actually, fun fact, my first time ever using Rebrickable, so I wasn't entirely sure what to expect when I started this process, but I was certainly not disappointed. So for starters, the listing that I found was very clear. It had high quality images of exactly what the build would look like, it had a full description, and even a full parts list so I would know exactly which parts I needed before I paid for the instructions, which I really appreciated because I didn't want to get a set that was going to cost like $40 in parts. And I didn't know if that would be the case, but because I was able to see the parts list before I was able to actually buy the instructions, I knew exactly what it would cost me, and that we'll get more into that in a little bit. And of course, like I mentioned, all of this was got to be done before I had to buy the instructions, which were also only $2.10 by the way, so a pretty good deal. So ultimately, after deciding internally this is the set that I wanted to gift my friend for his birthday, I of course needed to buy the parts. So before I even purchased the instructions on Rebrickable, I actually used the Rebrickable Bricklink wanted list feature and created a list of all the parts that I would need for the set, and then on Bricklink I actually just ordered them from the first Canadian store that had most of what I needed. I actually think they were only missing 5 or 6 parts, all very common ones that I would know I have here in my LEGO collection. I of course placed the order on Bricklink, and now it was just a waiting game for the parts to arrive. Luckily I started this process a few weeks before his actual birthday and not the day of, or otherwise this gift wouldn't have worked.
2 days later.
Once the parts finally arrived, which shout out to the seller for getting them to me so quickly, I was ready to get to work assembling this set. So I opened up the Bricklink package and did a quick inventory of all the parts to see exactly what I was missing. Huge shout out to Rebrickable by the way for allowing a clickable checkbox on each of the parts so I could easily keep track right on the website, and then I just had to pull a couple of the missing parts from my personal LEGO collection to actually complete the build. Honestly, I probably could have found more of the parts I needed from my actual personal collection, but for me it was just easier to order them all online and call it a day, especially since all of these parts only cost about $22 Canadian with shipping. Once I had all the parts gathered and counted, I really wanted to make sure he wasn't missing any because I know he's not a LEGO collector. I actually dumped them all into an official LEGO set bag and heat sealed it with my heat sealer. I found a Ziploc bag that I knew would be the perfect size to hold all the parts as well as the packaging and the instruction manual, so I began the assembly of this custom kit. I wanted to give my buddy the full LEGO set experience, so I actually did print off the instruction manuals, folded them up nice and small, and put them with the parts of the set so we could get building. I figured this would just be way more exciting than a PDF copy emailed to him after his birthday. For the actual front packaging of this model, I wanted to make it look like an official LEGO set as well, so I found this piece of glossy photo paper that I thought would do the trick. I estimated the size and then I got to work on Photoshop actually creating the front of the box. Luckily the Rebrickable listing had such high quality images that I was able to just repurpose those and add some LEGO set elements like the age, he's turning 25 by the way, so that's why it says 25 plus, as well as the piece count and of course the Attack on Titan logo. Once I got that printed off as well, I cut it down to size and I actually added it to the Ziploc bag. And here we have it. This is my unofficial LEGO Attack on Titan's Armin set for my boy, and it is finally complete. I'm really happy with how this set turned out here. I think it looks really awesome. I would have loved to have been able to put it in an official LEGO box. I just didn't have any to size, but as you guys can see, all the pieces are in there. The instruction manual is there as well, and the complete packaging, and I know when he gets this, as I said, he's not really a LEGO collector. I don't know if he's even ever had any LEGO sets. I have a feeling he's going to be pretty excited to see this, and hopefully can't wait to build it. As you guys are able to tell, I had a really great experience experience using Rebrickable to actually build this model. Knowing I wanted to get my boy an Armin set for his birthday and not being a mock builder by myself, I knew turning to Rebrickable was probably the only option for me considering LEGO doesn't make the sets. As I mentioned earlier in this video, this is actually my first time ever using Rebrickable, so I'm very impressed with the process. Not only did the site have the exact LEGO MOC that I was looking for, but like I mentioned, the instructions were very clear, they're very reasonably cost, were delivered instantly, and I just love the Rebrickable user interface of the site that left a very positive experience, like being able to order the bricks very easily, adding them to that wanted list and ordering them on BrickLink within 5 minutes was super needed. And if I had to go through and dig and put together this parts list myself, I may not have done this and definitely would not have had a good as experience as I did. Adding all the bricks to the wanted list was really easy, and placing the order, of course, was really fast and very painless. I honestly think I found the instructions for the set, added all the parts to my BrickLink wanted list, and placed the order for the set in under 5 minutes. I know I did get lucky that it was a very small set, only 158 pieces, and that one store here in Canada had pretty much everything I needed, but I was thrilled to not have to order it from multiple different stores to get what I needed, and it was very fast and very painless. Obviously, if I was building a little bit of a bigger set or the store didn't have all the parts I would needed, I would have had to place orders from a few different stores, which wouldn't have been as fast and wouldn't have been as painless, but still, it was very, very easy for the thing that I was trying to do for this video. I know this is my first time ever using Rebrickable, and I know this was a very smart build to start off this journey with, but honestly, I can see myself using the Rebrickable service again, whether it be for gifts for my friends or family, or even a build for myself. Rebrickable seems like a pretty neat service. I've seen YouTubers like Brixie use it for many, many years now, and I've really enjoyed some of the mocks that he's been able to build with it, so I definitely think I can see myself coming back to the site and seeing what's next for me. Of course, Rebrickable did not sponsor this video. I just wanted to share my really positive experience and, of course, share with you my journey of creating that LEGO Armin set for my friend. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. I'm really looking forward to showing you more of what I'm planning to do next, more LEGO building, more LEGO mocks, and of course just more LEGO in general. So thanks again so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys here in the next video.